Olu Smith here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Downtown Deuce ASAP. Come on, man.
Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Yeah, Detroit. Destination restoration. Yeah, it's our time. Can you feel the elevation? We on a mission on vacation. Time to create that separation. Championships and motivation. And 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for that confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination. Together all the time together. It's us against the world, it don't get no better. We turned it around, that was the beginning. Coming for the crown, you know we winning. Time to put in the work, I'm about to go for step. Taking our prisoners, it's my time. Yeah, I know that it hurts. Tearing back on the church, you don't wanna see me in my prime. The mission is to ring, we're caught in everything. In the city, supporting the dream. Vision new I never seen, we deserve to be king. It's all or nothing, no in between. The clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The dog pound body's crippling. Now the clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The dog pound body's crippling. Feel the elevation. We on a mission on vacation. Time to create that separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for that confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination. Detroit basketball. What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Downtown Deuce Show with the boss. Hope everybody is having a great, well, I was going to say night, but great morning, as it is now Tuesday morning here. The Pistons, guys, 5-game road trip is officially underway. Boss, what's the word? How's that heart rate?
Just a roller coaster once again. I compared it, I told you, we're like the Lions, but we're winning. We're keeping it close. We're keeping it exciting.
Right. We're winning these close games.
Just, a Cade ejection, or not ejection, foul out was like kind of the last thing on my bucket list. It's very rare that happened. So that was strange, but we pulled through. We figured it out.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We had some concerns about the lineups at times during that. But the group made it happen. A team effort.
Mm-hmm. It's not always going to be pretty.
But great.
It's not always going to be pretty.
No.
But to get wins in games where you make mistakes like this it's always better to learn in situations where you can still get wins. While, when you could have played much better, when you didn't play a 48-minute game like you were trying to get to. Go ahead.
Yeah. And like Greg Kelser said at the end of the game, we lead the league in single point wins at 13 games. But there's also a difference between 2 points and 8 points. Like 8 points was tonight.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see that margin, but I'm sure that most of them are like 5 and under because that's just kind of how we've kept it.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between this team and team last year at the beginning and 2 years ago is that we're closing out these close games.
Right.
And we deserve to. The ball definitely did not lie with some of those free throws that the Trailblazers were putting up.
Man,
so
they missed a lot.
We had that on our side tonight too, but
for sure. So guys, chat, we see you guys in the chat. Make sure, as always, guys, if we miss you, we'll do the best we can to get to you, but you know the drill. Repost, caps lock, super chat, whatever you guys want to do to get our attention, and we will get to you if we can.
I also just want to say, everyone that's here, thank you, because it is late in Michigan.
Yeah, y'all real ones. Y'all some real ones. True Pistons fans, man, for sure.
It's a mere 11 p.m. for me right now.
Don't start, man. It's about to be 1 o'clock over here.
Again, thank you for being here because that's really cool of you guys.
Facts. Yeah, y'all know how we love talking hoops with y'all, so we appreciate y'all being here. Boss, before we get started, you want to get to your PSA?
Yes, guys, we're still in I think this is game 5 now. Halfway through, any super chats, 50% will be donated to the Holland Group Foundation, Ron Holland's family's charity run by his mom, but they're all involved, him and his dad as well. And we just, we didn't get to see Ron Holland tonight, sadly. I think he was also, I saw few glimpses of him on the bench and he looked like he wanted to get in so bad.
But he was still into the game for his guys. That was cool to see too.
Of course. And so just want to give back what we can. And we'll have the donation link and everything as well. If you guys want to make a donation separately outside of Super Chat, just let us know because I definitely want to shout you out to the family and also here on the video as well.
And once again, we will be shouting out everybody who does make a donation, Super Chat here once we hit the new year because it's running through the new year. So everybody who does make a donation or drop a Super Chat, just know it will go to the foundation and also that we appreciate it and we will shout out everybody every single time you do. And speaking of that, we got to go to one of our mainstays.
Yes.
Dom, always showing love, bro. We appreciate you, man. Always showing love. I love talking the game with you. Let's see what Dom had to say tonight. So he says, got the dub, but Cade, you got to be smarter with those fouls. And we got to stop the habit of letting teams back into games. I love you, JB, but it was a felony not putting Ivy in the fourth, especially after Cade fouled out. JB. Facts or thoughts on that, boss? He said a mouthful there. What are your thoughts on that one?
I and the comments, I think, agree. Where was Ivy? Yeah, there may be a minutes restriction, but he played 17 and a half tonight, and we've seen him hit the 20-minute mark. So that was what me and you talked about too. Like, where is Ivy in this time? And we had limited guys to work with. We had foul trouble tonight, of course, some injuries on. But Dom hit it on the head with the Ivy and everything. And then not letting Cade being smart with those fouls too. I did not like the way he got his sixth foul at all. So uncharacteristic of him. Like, honestly, if I was watching this as someone who maybe for my first time ever placed a bet on Cade him, I'd be like,
right,
because that's just not him. That's just him. So,
we'll get to it. We'll get to that particular. But I do agree with you, bro. We talked about it before, just closing out games. That's something I caught JD saying at the tail end before we hopped on here, boss. He was just saying that we got to close games, but he said we let go of the rope a little bit in the second half, which is what we talked about, right? Trying to play as close as possible to 48 minutes. And when you got the depth that you have, it shouldn't be as hard as it sounds. You're not going to play 48 minutes on the dot with the same intensity. But when you got guys who can go hard and then know that when they come out, you got guys behind them that can do the same thing, you kind of want to see them doing that. I could see if we were running a 9-man rotation, an 8-man rotation, and the guys are just gassed and tired, then it's kind of impossible to ask that. But when you got a deep team like this you can keep guys fresh, you would hope to see them more than they have lately just finish out games and keep their pedal on their foot on the gas. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And I think so too, like you've mentioned, I think tonight would have been a great time, especially late, to see a 2-big lineup. You put Reed in already.
True.
So, and Duran, was in some foul trouble as well. He had 4. Stewart only had 1 foul. Put them in together.
Yeah, right.
Just tally up. That's all you have to do. And so I was just a little, like you said, just a little confused on basically, the lowest minutes tonight of people that played were Paul Reed at 4 minutes. But other than that, it was Jenkins at 14, which isn't bad. But Reed could have, I think Reed could have had some more time. Like you said, just we rely on our depth to pull us out of this sometimes. So I just would like to see a little bit more, especially, 8.5 minutes left when Cade got ejected. Like, there was plenty of time to play more guys. Yeah. But I can't complain too much at the same time because we still pulled it out. He took the timeouts when they were needed. There were some good decisions on his part as well during this game. So it's just another one of the Trailblazers are another younger team. They have explosive players like Sharp, Advia, they're very explosive. Kamara. So we were just kind of lucky that they kind of missed on their mark a little bit tonight as well. It could have been a much more competitive.
For sure. So let's go ahead and get to it. We talked about Ron Holland. He was out tonight, had some knee soreness. I think he got hip checked last game. And I think that's where it came from. But I think he was able to tough it out just because he was in game. He was still warm, right? Just trying to play through it. Adrenaline probably helped him as well. But, once you sit down and you let it get cold, you're going to feel it. So I think it was smart for them to give him some time off and make sure that he's fully healthy.
They did say they're going to do imaging tomorrow. So I think we'll have a clearer picture. Okay. Like I said, you could see that he was out there more. This would have been a team that I would like to see them play against on this road trip, because they're like a little bit younger, a little bit more explosive.
Yep.
I kind of, I don't know if any of you guys caught the Rockets Kings game last night, but one of our favorite guys in Detroit forever, Dennis Schroeder, and Russell Westbrook, they really just picked it up in the end and came out with the win. So they're an offensive team. They can be really explosive, and I'm crossing my fingers for Ron, but also if he needs the extra time, we've proven that we have the depth too. So for sure. So let's use it. For sure. So ended up in a win. We're not going to harp on that too much for right now. We'll come back to it later. But boss, initial thoughts. I'll let you tee off first. I had quite a bit here, but I'll let you tee off and let me know what you were seeing in this game. I had a first draft and then I redid it because I was just
Facts.
I had too many things written down.
Yeah.
On offense, I loved our ball movement and our floor movement. We were all over the place. Yeah. I loved that. We in the first half, at least, we won the loose ball battle a lot, and a decent amount in the second half, I would say too. Which was just being aggressive and putting in effort and just not giving up on plays. And speaking of that, we had a lot of cleanup points where we had a lot of guys just clean up at the rim and finish for us, or go there and get in foul trouble. And to me, that shows there was a couple on breakaways. There were a couple, just in our offense, our half court possession anyways, our half court offense, but it just shows that everyone's hustling on transition too. Like they're not, even if there's one breakaway, I think one was like LeVert and someone, and he missed a layup because of pressure, but Javonte Green was right there.
Yes.
He sees a one-on-one and he sees LeVert ahead of him, but he's back there just in case.
Exactly.
Multiple times tonight.
Exactly.
I really love that. I feel like the theme tonight was like our first offensive possession. We had like 3 chances and we had 0. We didn't make anything, but then on defense, AT and Tobias were just bothering them, led to a Cade steal to a Duren jam. So I feel like that was just the theme tonight, was just our defense and what we were producing on that, and to get into transition better.
Yeah.
Just great ball movement, great defense to offense. And just a couple plays, which I'll get to. I wrote down a few specifics as we get to the players. Okay. But just a lot of ball movement that were like 4 of the 5 guys touched the ball to get the play done. And that's fun basketball.
Exactly. That's Pistons basketball. Yeah. For me, this was a tale of two halves again. Thankfully, it worked out in our favor. But I thought, let me know what you guys think in the chat. I thought that first half, and I tweeted this out, I thought that first half was one of the best halves we've seen us play all year. Absolutely. As far as playing to our identity, you could see early, guys, in this game, there was a huge emphasis on getting out in transition. Yep. Turning them over and getting out and running. Every opportunity, it seemed like in the first half, when they could, whether it was a turnover or a missed shot, they were looking to get out and go. It was kind of like watching a tennis match at times, like turnover.
Yep.
Like turnover, get out and run, score, turnover, score. Like it was that was nice to see over and over again. But they looked like the team they wanted to be. I think they had 15 first half assists, which was very, very good. And they also had 18 points off of turnovers. So they were getting out in transition. And they only allowed the Blazers to have 2 points off of Pistons turnovers. So like you said, boss, when they did turn it over, they were getting back and sprinting on defense. And that's how you prevent them from getting points off turnovers. Go ahead.
I saw in the third quarter that we actually had 24 points on fast break. I don't know if that was included just turnovers, but then still to there too.
Right.
And just to point out, we had 8 turnovers tonight. That's fantastic.
That's amazing. That's very good.
Ranks top 10 in steals. There's ranked top 10 in steals. They're number 9, I believe. And they had 18. So we turned them over times. Yeah.
So like I said, tale of two halves. Second half, it was a totally different story. Actually, just the fourth quarter, really. Because going into the fourth quarter, we were up 17.
Yeah.
I think we were up 21. Our biggest lead was 21. But to end the third, we were up 17.
Yeah.
So this would have been a bad loss if it would have been a loss. But second half, I got to give the Blazers some credit, boss.
Oh,
they did turn it up. They play hard. We said it last game. Like when we watched them, when you were here at Boston Town, we watched them play.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't play our best and it was close, they still play hard. They play very, very hard. In the first half, they were like 4 for 27 from 3. So they couldn't get anything to fall. The second half, some of those shots, tough shots at times, started to fall, right? And the Pistons kind of lost focus a little bit. Like they were a little bit discouraged, I think, once they started making those shots. Because we were still playing good defense, but they just started making shots. And that can be a little bit demoralizing. And I think that's kind of when they let the rope go a little bit.
And we talked about it before. Like, we are a defense first team. So when we have defense, good defense, and they're making tough shots over that defense, and then we're not capitalizing on 2, 3, 4 offensive possessions in a row, then that's how teams come back. That's what it is. Like, and some guys just went cold, and then, we picked it back up. We got it done. So, yeah, definitely completely agree with you there that it was definitely a tale of two halves, but even after the third. But the Blazers, I mean, there was nothing to they play good defense. We talked about it. Advia he's one of, even Johnny Kane said this, he is one of the best in the league at drawing fouls. Yeah. But you can't blame it all on Advia, because they have guys like Kamara and Sharp that do just, they get the ball in the hoop somehow, somehow. They're very good at it. Yeah. So it was a tougher team. And I was not aware of Donovan Clingan's 3-point shooting.
I didn't know he could shoot out there either.
I think he went 3 for 3, and it was slow every time. Like, it was just like, maybe they just missed that in the scouting report, because if I feel like if someone was out there with him on the perimeter, he wouldn't have gotten those up, because he took his time with each one. But it was interesting. And I've mentioned to you before, I've actually said a hi to Donovan Clingan before when they played the Nuggets. Yep. He had a really good game. And he came out and I told him, great game, Donovan. And he said, thank you, hi, and everything. I think he's a nice kid, but I think Organic Lindo said it. I had to find the comment again, but I will today. Organic, I did kind of put my thoughts about JD up against a guy like Clingan, because he's bigger, but he's not someone I think of as a defender, and JD won out. So yeah, I have lots of positive things to say about JD tonight.
What? Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Stick around, y'all.
Game. Every game.
But yeah, game to game. Game to game for sure. Okay, guys, we are going to get into some box scores. But the Pistons, they gutted it out. Like we said, they gutted it out. Wasn't pretty. They didn't fully let go of the rope. They locked back in a little bit later than we would have liked, but they did enough to get this dub, and that's good for a young team to see that we're still able to win games like this when we make some missteps along the way. So, yeah. All right, boss, let's get to some box scores, let's run it. Let's start. Right. Let's. And by the way, guys, let us know who gets the belt, because it could have went a few different directions as far. I don't even know who's gonna get it. To be I can't even. I don't have no idea.
We mentioned it a little bit. We talked about it. I mean, we got 2 guys with doubles that are in the lead for me. A couple of big plays at the end give Javonte Green an advantage. And then I think Asar gets it. Sorry, I said it.
Okay. I'm thinking either Asar or JD.
That's what I'm thinking too, because
it's like
2010 game for him. But I think this was, in terms of defense and offense, it was AT's best show out. And we'll get to that.
I can see it. Yeah, let's start with Cade. So tonight, guys, Cade finished with 14 points, 6 for 9 overall, 1 or 2 from 3, 1 or 2 from the line, 6 boards, 9 assists, 5 turnovers. It's about a 2-to-1 ratio, not great. 1 steal in 26 minutes, obviously, because he fouled out. So, boss, what were your thoughts on C2 tonight?
A couple of those turnovers bothered me because they were uncade-like. So he had a couple in the first half, but then I noticed he was changing his passing. His were higher, they were further out. Like, I saw that in him. He adjusted. But then the turnovers later on, there were like 2 in a row where he like bounced it inside and like did it right off the defenders in front of him. I don't know what he was seeing. And I feel like that kind of I feel like when plays like that grow his frustration as well. I don't know. Yeah. Something like he was very frustrated tonight because he isn't the kind of guy to go out there and get 6 ticky-tack fouls. Yeah. But in the first, I just know he had great shots. He was super aggressive. I thought he had great decision-making on whether to shoot it at the basket, to pass it out, ball movement. He had that really pretty in the third, that finger roll shot where like
that was nice.
No one, the announcers, the Blazers, us, no one knew what he was going to do. Was he going to shoot it? And that just makes it hard for the defenses. So I just really appreciated that from him. But yeah, just a bizarre Cade night. Whatever frustration there was, I hope it's out. I bet it is. This is not going to happen again anytime soon. I guarantee it. But yeah, Cade did Cade things while he was in the game, and then some unlike Cade things like a silly offensive foul to get kicked out. Yep.
I want to get this comment in here from Mr. For Your Sister. It says, I've never seen this channel before. You two are really good at this. I wish you much success. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Hey, tell a friend, man. Come check us out. We'll be around all season.
Thanks for being up.
100%. So what I saw, boss, like you mentioned, he played really well to start.
Yeah.
You know, he also had a huge emphasis on getting out and running every time. He was pushing that basketball, and he made good decisions in the half court, I thought, too. But he was in a great flow. You could just see he was just in a flow. He was in this flow state early in this. What's up, Tom? What's going on, bro? Let me know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts from this game, my brother.
Did you all hear Tom get the shout out on the
He did. Yeah. Shout out to Tom and Jack getting the shout out, man. They mentioned them by name. I think Natalie mentioned them by name. Isn't today International Basketball Day?
It was yesterday, I think.
Yesterday. Okay.
Day. But I'm like, West Coast is international.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, shout out to you, bro. Let us know how you felt about this game. But yeah, like I thought he played well when he was in the game for the most part. His decision making was there. He's really doing a good job of balancing his own offense with getting others involved. Mm-hmm. I felt like earlier in the year he was, either trying to feel the game out too much early on, just trying to, let it come to him. But tonight he was aggressive. He was super duper aggressive, just forcing the issue, but not forcing it to where he was making bad decisions. He was just making good decision after good decision after good decision. Yeah. And defensively, again, he was really good. I think that may have been a part of why, not to make excuses, but I'm just reading and watching. I think he was tired. And for the time he was out there, I think he was a little bit tired because he is exerting a lot of energy on the defensive end of the floor, guys. Like if you watch him, he's playing great defense, like individual defense without fouling. He did a good job of that. He also did a good job too of just like hedging. Like say Duncan had a mismatch or a mismatch guy bigger on him. He was just helping, hedging, like just being active. He got some good deflections and caused some steals. And then he would turn it over or he'd turn right around and get out in the break. So he was just making good decisions on both sides. But the energy on the defensive side of the ball is why I think he may have had some of those fouls on the other end. Because you mentioned it, his fouls, and you mentioned it, like a lot of those fouls were lazy fouls, boss. I think some of them were just the fatigue, because you always can tell with Cade when he's tired, when he stops moving his feet and he starts using his hands. That's how you can tell. He often commits that reach around foul, like when guys get by him,
or just
instead of just trying to move his feet, he'll like let his guy go by and try to reach around. And when you're tired, it's a lot easier to play defense swiping as it is opposed to moving your feet just naturally. So he showed that fatigue with his foul calls with those lazy fouls. And that's why he fouled out so early. So that's what I saw from him. Go ahead.
I can see that completely because the Blazers also had amazing ball movement tonight.
They did.
They did. A couple times Sharp and Avia created their own shots, but otherwise they were passing the ball around. I saw our defense get confused at times on who's covering who. Again, we left Clean open at the perimeter, and that's because of ball movement. It's not because of anything else. So I can definitely see that. That's a really good point because it just seemed like a fatigue thing. But but that last foul just speaks to some frustration. Is what it does. Is this
he just pushed him off? Like get off of me, because they were trying to deny him the ball. And once again, it's when you got to keep moving to get free, and you're you're tired because of how you've been playing defensively. It gets frustrating. Like, leave me alone, get out of here. Just trying to get the ball, and he pushed him out of frustration.
Well, they were on him a lot. I mean, Sissoko, I believe is his name. He got 2 fouls or at least 1 foul on someone else. Like just Cade bringing the ball up the court. Which I'm glad that Cade just kind of let him create the contact, because I don't know if you guys ever see Cade is to me one of the most ethical point guards out there in terms of not ever just looking for the shot and not looking for the foul. But the one foul he does always look for is coming up the court. He always kind of if he sees a defender behind him, he'll cross the path and make the defender move. Because the defender runs into him, that's a foul. But that's just smart without being without flopping.
But I agree, like Clifton, like some of the fouls were a little bit unnecessary. It's like, come on, you ain't have to do that. So like once again, I'm not trying to let him off the hook, but I'm just watching the game, and you can tell when he's not tired versus when he is, just by when he's using his hands versus his feet defensively. That's the biggest thing that I saw. I want to say this too. The B said the refs were great. I thought the refs were great because I don't have any notes on them,
but
I didn't notice them. Did you have something? Go ahead.
They shot, I think, twice as many free throws as us. They were almost at 40. Let me look it up.
Okay.
We attempted 24 towards the end. Okay, they attempted 32. Oh no, I'm sorry. Free throws.
They had more than we did?
3.
How many?
43.
They had 43?
We had 24.
It didn't feel like that to me.
That's how I felt too until and I agree because I didn't notice it at first, but it was just kind of those. I mean, that's how we get guys in foul trouble, I guess, like.
Yeah.
But
I felt like we just played so much to our identity, especially early, that it wasn't really a factor.
And I also think that there were moments where the refs let us play. There were no calls on both ends of like, there was a lot of contact under the rims and the refs were just like, we're just going to let it go.
Yep.
So I just feel like I just want to say the way the refs balanced it, I would say was good.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd rather it be
obstructed,
not a lot of fouls as opposed to a bunch of fouls. That's killing our flow. We can't do this.
Never obstructed the flow. So still too many free throws in my mind. I don't want a 61 free throw game in the NBA.
Right.
But like I said, I think just something about the flow, which I think is why we didn't notice it because it wasn't like every single time.
Yep.
But they also spoke to our defense because we have the second best defensive rating, but we're also one of the high. I think we were first in like fouls per game.
Oh, fouling. Okay.
Yeah, fouling.
Gotcha. Okay.
But that's just what you got to do. Again, I've talked about the Nuggets at other teams. Like sometimes it's almost like lack of fouls means lack of defense. So
yeah, exactly. Right. Good point. Tom says the Nuggets and Pistons W's. Great nights for ball. Hey, who did Denver play tonight? Do you know, boss?
They played the Jazz, and they
easy dub. Okay.
They were up for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy dub, but you just never know. They went on a losing streak at home, so
right.
We'll see. They got the Mavs next, and then I get to see them Christmas Day against the wonderful Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are like our Bucks.
Just that
beat the Nuggets.
Thorn in their side. Yep. Yeah. So, matchup wise. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be fun. But yes, it was a great night, Tom. Thank you.
For sure. By the way, we'll come back to this later if we have time. Boss Clifton says, boss, what is your Pistons fan story arc? So keep that in mind. If we have time, we will get back to that later on in the stream if we have time.
Quickly, I've been a fan since I was 9, 2003, 2004 era, and I've never wavered. So
there we go.
For now.
All right. Let's go to Duncan Robinson. So guys, tonight Duncan had 15 points on 4 for 14 overall, 3 of 11 from 3, 4-6 from the free throw line, 2 boards, 4 assists in 32 minutes. What did you see from Duncan Robinson in this one?
3 of 11. I would have guessed he made like 5 or 6 in the first half alone. The way.
Yeah, second half he was cold.
Yeah,
but first half he knocks him down. Go ahead.
He hit his first 3. He had a nice lob to Duran. I just felt like he was the second, especially again, tale of two halves. Like he was super aggressive on defense. Suddenly,
he was.
He was, guarding perimeter guys, and suddenly he was under the rim for rebounds. He went cold in the third and the fourth, but he did things like, he drew that offensive foul when we really needed it, and that was a risk.
Yeah, he did.
It was a risk.
Gave his body up. Yeah.
So that I appreciate from him. Like I said, he just went cold, and it's kind of that thing. Like I kind of think of it as like if we had Malik Beasley and this was Malik, would you still want him in? And we would.
Yes.
So
I would personally, if you're asking me. I feel like Malik is a better defender. He's not a great defender. Neither one of those guys are really good defenders, but I feel like Malik he stays a little bit attached a little bit more. He can move his feet a little bit more. Yeah. And he's got a quicker trigger. He can get his shot off easier. And we
talked about it too. Some of the lineups, like if you have Duncan in, that you need to be a little bit more heavier about who you're, defense on the other guys, like you might not play Tobias Harris, even though he did come in clutch.
He did tonight.
Clutch on offense, but when we saw him in, we were like, oh, because now you have 2 guys who lack on defense.
Yeah.
But
wasn't a big fan of that, but go ahead.
He was a big contributor to our first half.
Yep. That's how I would put that for sure. Yeah, I thought early he knocked down shots like you mentioned. Defensively, he was solid. He did a good job making plays coming off screens. And I don't mean just shooting the ball. But he'd come off a curl, come off the screen, and he would pump fake because they're expecting it. And he put the ball on the floor, and then he would get into the paint and then get guys involved once the defense, like clinging, would sink into him. Found JD for a nice lob. That was nice. So he made some plays. But defensively, he was locked in for as much as he could be in the first half. I thought, really, just trying to do his part. That charge you mentioned, and he always tries to stay in front. I thought tonight he did a decent job in that first half of staying in front. He had some nice rotations. He provided some help side defense, and he even got in the glass a little bit. He got it, stuck his nose in there, and tried to crash the glass. So that was cool to see. It's just hard for me late in games to see Duncan and Tobias on the court together when you need to get stops more than you need to score. Because if you can get stops, it's easier to score because of how you play, right? But if you're not getting stops and taking the ball out of the hoop, now you're relying on your half-court offense without Cade.
Yeah.
I don't want to. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I wanted to see a defensive lineup in there to help us get easy buckets because of our defense, because we're getting stops. And with Tobias and Duncan in there together, it kind of compromised the defense a little bit, which made it harder on offense to get buckets without Cade. So go ahead.
Absolutely. But I agree with this comment as well. Michael Moore Consult says, strength in numbers, great team win. Duncan creates space even when he don't hit shots. They fouled him a couple times trying to get the ball away from him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you were mentioning, he came off his screens. There's one play that I remember. It was just kind of an everyone involved where Cade hit it ahead to Javonte Green, and Javonte Green quickly saved it to Ivy out of bounds. Mm-hmm. And then Duncan came off of a screen to grab the ball from Ivy, and then pump faked and shot it to Ivy in the corner, and that was Ivy's corner three. Yep. And then the next possession, they defended so well as a team that they forced the shot clock violation. Yeah. So that was just a play I remember because it was just good ball movement, good trust and stuff. And that was just goes to show like Duncan could have shot that and he didn't. And so just a bummer that he went a little bit cold, but he was still a plus in this game.
He was, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Like I think overall he definitely like he's doing the best he can. Yeah. He's doing the best he can. I think he's playing as close, he's not at his peak yet, but I think he's approaching his ceiling as far as what we should expect from him come playoff time when we see Duncan Robinson, right? He did a lot of good things. The effort was there. He was more importantly, just the effort, boss. Yeah. Just the effort. I will agree with Clifton here because we saw early in this, pretty much most of the game, especially early, Denny couldn't get anything to fall.
Nope.
But when they would get Duncan switched on to him,
shoot right over him.
Yeah, right over the top. I saw that too, Clifton. Right over the top. And you would see even at times they were trying to hunt him out a little bit again to get that switch. But Javonte will fight over the top and say nope and get right back on Denny. He wouldn't allow it because he noticed they were trying to hunt him out. I noticed that. Javonte was like, nah, bro. They try to run the screen. They try to get the switch. Javonte would fight over or he would go underneath and get right back and tell Duncan to get back. I got him. So I like seeing that.
You can tell that Duncan notices too. And
for sure. He knows.
He wants to be the better defender. I'm actually so curious if we keep him on what he will look like next year because he wants to be able to intimidate more. Yeah. Because he kind of knows. Was it after his offensive foul or what did he do some movement on the court? It looks almost like he was hurt, but then also like he was like buckling.
I saw that too. Like he was laboring a little bit, but it looked like he kind of shook it off, whatever it was. I don't know. I thought maybe it was his knee again. I thought
it was a celebration. That's why Greg and them were laughing. I thought it was almost like a seatbelt thing. And I just want to know because I just need a different view because you can only see it from the back, but it almost looked like he was like, clutch, got it, done. That's the kind of attitude that if you have out there when you're trying to win, I love it. I love it. We love it. So.
For sure. So I love the effort. I would still like to see other things, but that's water under the bridge for right now. Yeah. So just based on what he's trying to give us, I wasn't mad at him.
Right.
I wasn't mad at him. So he wasn't terrible. Once again, I would like to see more defense in the game down the stretch as a whole, but that's not a Duncan thing. That's more so of a rotation thing and who you're playing along with. But for him, with what he did, I thought he was solid.
Exactly. And I just, again, like just great in the first half.
Yeah.
For a lot of these players. So
exactly. Yeah, for sure. Because once again, tail of two halves, right? So let's move it on, boss, to Asar Tasmanian, backbone of the defense, Thompson. And by the way, I forgot who it was. Whoever said this can call themselves out. Somebody had a nickname for y'all know we love nicknames here. I call him Tasmanian Thompson because he just wreaks havoc all over the floor, like it's just organized chaos sometimes. Somebody said a good nickname for him would be the Warden because he locks guys up.
Ooh.
I thought that was fire.
I think he needs to make up for the crossover that Jalen Brunson did to him in playoffs last year.
Oh, man.
He's got to make up for it. I mean, we know that's not him, but he's got to make up for it on the national screen.
Yeah, so the narrative can change. That's all people will think about when they think about Asar is that one play.
Oh my God,
it's annoying. We don't, but they do. So, but yeah, I thought the Warden was a good nickname for sure. I thought that was pretty fire. Yeah, I'm gonna still call him Tasmanian Thompson. Clifton's he rolling when he says Tasmanian Thompson's better. We can roll with that. But I thought the Warden was cool too. But as far as Asar tonight, boss, he had 18 points on 8 for 16 shooting. So a lot more field goal attempts, but he made half of them.
Ridiculous.
2 of 4 from the free throw line. He made his first 2 and then missed the next 2.
Better.
Also had, like, you know, and you could see when he missed those 2, he was like he knew.
He could easily be 20% free throws tonight. So 50% I'll take it. Yeah. He had 12 boards to go along with 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 4 steals. A big one late too. In 28 minutes, boss. Man, what did you see from Tasmanian Thompson tonight, boss? I mean, I was a little concerned when he got 3 quick fouls.
Yeah.
Because they definitely, after his second, Advia hunted him out.
Yep.
That's just, you know, if that's the way your basketball team wants to play, fine. It wins you some games. But I was a little concerned because, especially with Ron out, I was like, we really just need another handsy guy like Asar. Yeah. And then he went out and he came back and he got a double in 16 minutes.
Yeah.
He was so aggressive on offense and the boards. You know, after the 3 fouls, he was attacking the basket, drew multiple and ones. He had that really nice reverse hook after attacking the basket. Like,
that was nice.
There were a couple shots that he didn't make right, like a few feet out from the rim, but otherwise he was doing a lot better than I think we would expect him to do.
I agree.
Just super disruptive and poking away. He had that one where he, in the third, where he poked away a free throw rebound, which caused the turnover. I forgot if it was Advia or Murray. I couldn't see.
Okay.
But it was the one that he ran over for the dunk, where they were seeking the offensive foul.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was. It's one of those two.
I do remember that play, though. Go ahead.
I'm glad there was no call, because that's how I like to see those things. Is like sometimes it doesn't have to be a block or an offensive foul. Sometimes get out of my way and I'm there.
Exactly. But this is why. But go ahead. Keep going.
The fourth, he had that big steal.
Yeah.
That big inbound steal. Because we were up by 1, we grew it to 3, and that's what set us off. That's what helped grow that lead. And then big dunk at the end of the game to clean up guy.
Exactly. Clean up, man.
So good tonight. And I talked about last show how like a men just comes out with more aggressiveness, I feel like. Based on
the same thing to Shan. Yep, go ahead.
But Asar, this game, again, he started off a little aggressive, got frustrated with the 3 fouls, and then said, well, I'm gonna go prove you guys wrong. And JB trusted him enough to put him in times where he didn't necessarily need to be in, but he was like, I'm gonna put you out there to get it all going. And I love as well, because sometimes, again, we question the lineups, we question some of these things, but to me, it just told me that JB's tapped into his team. He's tapped into players. So he knew that Asar could be trusted out there to produce offensively and defensively without getting into foul trouble. That's incredible.
For sure.
Again, he would be my belt guy tonight for sure.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Let's get a couple super chats in here, guys. We appreciate them. Yes. Doug, what's going on, Doug? Doug is the OG, guys. He's been a Pistons fan for like 50 plus years. So we got to always shout him out when we see him here. Doug says, past my old timer bedtime, but you two bring me so much joy after Pistons games. I had to contribute. Appreciate that, brother. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and the entire Piston Deuce family and Deuce and Boss family. We appreciate you guys, man. Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, just happy time off for anybody who has to work. Go ahead.
We got one more. Tomorrow's our game before Christmas, and then the next one. Come in because I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever it is.
For sure. For sure.
On that day. So
absolutely. And also we got one from Clifton. Yeah. Clifton also hit us with a super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Hey man, we appreciate your comments too. You got some pretty insightful stuff, man. So keep it coming. Yeah. You got me thinking sometimes. I'd be like, I didn't consider that. So for sure. So we appreciate you as well, Clifton. Keep it coming, man, for sure. As far as with what I saw from Asar, you hitting a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get to whatever you didn't get to, which isn't much because you hit a lot of it, which is good.
No, I want to get reviews on the same exact things I hit because he deserves to be talked about.
No, for sure. You know? He's been better the last 3 or 4 games. He's been consistently playing more to his strengths. And I want to credit coach for that as well. He picked up 2 quick fouls, like you mentioned. I like that JB trusted him with 3, but he picked up the first 2.
Oh yeah.
I like that JB trusted him not to pick up another, and he did. And he had to sit down, right? And that sucked. That was unfortunate for him. He had to sit down. I think he didn't play until I think the last, he played the first 3 minutes of the first and had to sit down. Yeah. After that, right? But you notice when he came back out, he came out angry. Somebody said it earlier, he came out mad. Like he hit a different gear when he came back on both ends of the court. It made a huge impact. Like he did everything just a little bit harder. He was on the glass a little bit harder. He set screens a little bit harder. He was rolling off those screens a little bit harder. He was dunking a little bit harder. Like he was doing everything with just a little bit more intention, even more than he was giving usually in this game. 9 boards in the first half, boss. 9 boards in the first half.
Yeah.
And he did that all without picking up that 4th foul in the first half. That was the biggest thing for me because he had 3 coming back in early in the second and sat back down with 5 minutes to go in the second. No foul. That was huge.
He picked up his 4th and 5th till the 4th quarter.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. 100%.
When they were closing in, and it's like, okay, fine. Like you might as well, defend as hard as you can. But I guess, and I mean, continue on. But what you were just saying about how he was coming in harder, also just smarter.
That's the key. Discipline. Discipline.
That to do that without drawing another foul, and he still was staying in front of guys. It also takes communication. It also takes communication when a guy is getting past you and a star can't risk another foul, that everyone else is aware. Yeah. To know that they need to pick that guy up. And they did. And that's what kept him out of foul trouble, honestly.
100%. 100%. So I love the discipline. Somebody said it here. BC Arrow says the steal Asar got with 5 fouls and you pick them clean. Those are the ones that are probably the easiest to get though. Like when you see a guy getting ready to cross over. Yeah. And you see that I used to do that all the time. I used to pick guys off all the time when they try to cross me over to the point where they never stop trying it. Like you can see when they're getting ready to shift. If you watch their hips, a lot of times guys, you can tell if you watch film, you can tell. And he saw it and he made a heads up play. It was a little risky because if he picks it up, that's 6. Now he's out. And now we're in some real trouble because at times he was our primary ball handler when Kay wasn't playing. So he made a risk. It was a calculated risk and it paid off for him. Yeah. So I want to give him a lot of credit for making that big play because that was what put us back up and gave us a little bit more of a cushion when they went on that run. So that was good to see as well. But overall, great game. Yeah. From Asar. I don't really have anything bad to say.
Momentum shifter again. Like
100%.
That steal helped us get momentum back. Like I told you, I was like, something we need to stop this is like a forced turnover, a dunk. Yeah. Like we need to stop this somehow other than timeouts. And he forced a turnover, and then later on he had a dunk to kind of steal the game. So
have you seen Sinners?
No.
You haven't seen? Have anybody here seen Sinners? There's a section in that movie where they're singing a song called "Pick Poor Robin Clean." He picked poor Robin clean. That's how I felt when I was watching the Sorry pick off Shaden Sharp. For those who saw that movie, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So we'll leave it there. It may be a joke that I'm laughing at with myself if nobody's seen it, but if you have seen it, let us know because that was hilarious.
Now that every time it'll just be associated with.
You haven't seen Sinners? You gotta watch that movie, man.
Right. I mean, for me, I'm just like, wow, these 2 really beautiful people. I don't know if I can sit here and watch this. Like, they're just so perfect.
Man, watch that movie. D saw it. She picked poor Robin clean, playing that little banjo. I knew I had a feeling D saw it. She's probably a big Michael B. Jordan fan.
Great.
Right? Great for him. Okay, for sure. All right, we'll get back. All right. But yeah, a great game from Asar, man. We needed him tonight. Yes, that soundtrack is wild, bro. 100%. Boss, go watch Sinners tonight.
Yeah. No, not tonight. It is late. I have to work in the morning.
Yeah, well, it ain't that late. You over there talking about how late it's not. It's only 11:30 over there.
Yeah, it's still yesterday here.
All right, whatever. Let's move on, guys. Let's go to Tobias Uncle T Harris. Guys, Tobias Harris had 12 points on 5 for 14 shooting, 0 for 3 overall from 3. 0 for 3 from 3. 2-2 from the free throw line, 4 boards, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 1 block. So 2 stocks for Uncle T in 33 minutes. Boss, take off.
Yeah, I mean, to come out with 12 points based on how he was shooting, I'm really glad. And they came when they mattered. Someone earlier mentioned too that they think he should have gotten the belt because of how he just kind of took control of the game in the fourth. I agree as well. He just
Yeah.
kind of settled everyone down. Like, for example, that one where he was fouled by Denny Advia, it got challenged, overturned, fine. Because it was clean, but he took time off the clock, and that's what he was looking to do. They were looking to take time off the clock and then let him either, shoot, and then you'd hope for an offensive rebound because we've been dominating that, or you'd hope for a foul call or something like that. Instead, we got a jump ball, which I'm also curious. I'm like, when are these NBA players like? I don't think it's in the NBA yet because challenges are so new to like grab the ball after the whistle. I think soon it's going to become a thing where they're like, oh, get it.
Right.
Because that is a challenge that goes to whoever had possession. But anyway,
I thought they were going to give it to Portland, to be honest. I was glad it was a jump ball.
It worked out. I think Greg Kelson and John Kane were talking about it. Like, it would have been a shot clock violation if it wasn't called. So, I mean, it kind of worked out in our favor. During it got the jump ball. We basically kept those possessions after that.
That's right.
So, but yeah, he had the clutch paint shot in the end to extend the lead to 6.
Yep.
And then in the third, he had he only had 4 assists, but he had like 2 back-to-backs where he had Duncan in the corner for a 3.
Yeah.
And then Duran in the paint. And they were both 3-point plays because Duran got fouled and he made his free
right.
So, and that was in the third when we were just like on that run. So he did, Tobias things tonight. He came up when it mattered. His shooting last game was a little off. His shooting this game was a little off.
Yep.
It'll come back any day now. I don't think it's going to last the whole road trip or anything, but
it's like, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
I like Tobias tonight. 33 minutes is a bit much. I think he played more in the fourth than he was expecting. Otherwise, I still, again, we questioned the lineups, but I still would have wanted that presence on the floor anyways. So I think he was played in the right moments and he succeeded in those moments too.
I agree. Real quick, you mentioned the 33 minutes. Real quick, Captain Negro Man says, "Boss, you got to see centers." I knew just based off of his name that you saw centers. Captain Negro Man is hilarious. Says, "Boss, you got to see centers. It's a masterpiece." Yes, please go see that movie. I know we already said it.
Not tomorrow because I'm busy. Not by tomorrow, but by the next game.
After Christmas, let's talk about centers. How about that?
Perfect.
Cool deal. Okay, cool. And then we can all talk about it because we getting super chats telling you to go watch that movie. That's to tell you how good it is. So.
And the Ron Holland group thanks you.
Facts. I'm sure I'm sure they've seen it and they probably are happy that you guys have seen it who in the chats. We appreciate you guys for that. I think you mentioned 33 minutes. I honestly think he played as many as he did because late in the game they needed some offense when K wasn't there.
Yes.
You could see them running the offense through him. Like it was kind of uncomfortable at times. Like, all right, he's pounding the ball. He's pounding it, but it's not moving. But you could see they're just trying to get something going for him. It just wasn't a lot there, which is why you saw that late errant 3-pointer with no shot on the clock left, because they were just trying to get him a shot, and it just wasn't there. Go ahead.
But also that was the vet move. He had control of that ball the entire time. Like
for sure.
They had he as a vet, he was in there to also control the pace. I just think like you really just consider some of these things and again to attack the paint and it's just not something you can do in late minutes like that. A guy like Tobias, if he doesn't have faith in his team to help clean up if anything or get back. That's the other thing. If they weren't able to get back and defend well, then some of those shots, he might not take. I'm just really appreciating how he can back down 2 people at once and still make the shot.
Yeah, he got it done. He got it done in that post area, man. I did like how he got in transition. He got involved in transition. We always say that the Pistons' best form is when they're getting out and running. That doesn't fit his game to a T, but you did see that he was at least trying to get involved and getting up and down the court, which is what I like to see. He was sprinting back and cleaning up some of those missed shots. We'll get to him in a second. Hold that thought. And he also made some nice transition passes, finding guys for open shots. He found Duncan Robinson from one in the corner. He had a nice entry pass to JD from the top of the key, which was nice, right? Yes. Just play smart basketball. And that's really all you can ask for from a guy like him. So, yeah, he did his thing tonight, man. He made some big plays for us when we needed it. So let's go ahead and quickly move on to our last starter, and then we'll go to some reserves. Let's go to JD. So, guys, JD tonight had 26 points, 11 for 15 overall. Man, 4-6 from the free throw line, 10 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. in 23 minutes. 26 points on 23 minutes.
Oh my God.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay, boss. I'll let you tee off on JD. What did you see from JD tonight?
Everything I want to see from every game on both ends. So that's how I'll say it. We're not going to focus on it too much, but because I have tons of notes on him. First quarter, great rebound presence. He had that screen for Cade where he got the ball at the top, and then he dribbled in, and then Cade screened for Duncan, and then he passed back out for Duncan at the top for the score. Like, again, 2, 3, 4 people hitting the mark every time. In the second half, he started the half with that nice like hook floater. I'm like,
yep.
What is that?
Yep. Oh, that Euro?
Yeah,
with the lefty floater? Yeah, that was nice.
Those were
that was
two
nice.
separate ones.
You're right. You're right.
Then the first his first shot of the half,
right,
was that little hook to the side.
Right. Yeah.
2 back-to-back and 1 plays.
Yeah.
The second one was crazy. Like I don't know if it was underhand, but it looked underhand. Sorry, guys, I'm really excited, and you're gonna see why in a few minutes. Because I was surprised by a guest, and so we'll see him soon.
Go ahead, boss.
Anyways, and then the one was the like crazy underhand. I don't know if it was underhand hook or like a shot like this.
It was he had a nice scoop. Yeah.
I mean, beautiful.
Yep.
And then the fourth, he ran from the top of the key, ran right past Donovan Clingan. Just pulled the layup.
Too quick. Yeah.
He blocks Shaedon Sharpe. A block.
Yeah. Here you go.
Big offensive rebound to help grow the lead to 5 and that putback. And then a big rebound on the missed free throw at the end of the fourth. Like, he just showed up when it mattered on both ends tonight.
I agree.
I have nothing to complain
about. Okay, so y'all hear the objectivity from boss.
I was
game to game.
I was a little bit like, I'm kind of curious how Duren goes with Clingan. But
he won that matchup.
Like I said earlier, he definitely won the matchup. Just like these 10 rebounds are things that he can get every game, and I believe in him to continue it. I think he just heard what I was saying.
Oh, that's yeah. It was definitely because of you. It was definitely because of you.
20-10 games every game, you can do it.
He's definitely subscribed and watching every episode for sure. Listen, I thought he was great. Yeah. I thought he defended well. Early in the game, he had some nice deflections, nice steals. And for me, one of the biggest things I always say is that he finished possessions defensively with his boards. Right, a few times he just kind of took the ball away from guys when they're trying to stick their nose and they get offensive rebounds. He said no. And offensively, he was running the floor. Ran the floor great. Was getting right past Clingan time and time again to get easy hoops. And he would immediately get out and run the floor on the other end and get that finish. Like it would happen over and over and over again. He was really just getting up and down the floor very well. His touch around the rim is crazy. Left hand, right hand, left foot, left or right foot. Right shoulder, left shoulder, right. He was doing it all. His touch for a big man is very, I think, underrated. Very underrated. He's 4th in the NBA in paint points this year. 4th in paint points. So that says a lot. And Cade wasn't available. So it wasn't like Cade. It wasn't like the pick and roll. Live action was there all night. Sure. It wasn't that. He was just going and getting it. Once again, his activity on the glass, guys. His effort on the glass. And defensively, too. Just going straight up at Shaedon Sharpe. Even when it's a block, just going straight up and just contesting. Smart defense. Not trying to get the home run play. Just get the single. Just get the stop. Don't worry about always getting the block. And that jump ball he won late, right? Which led to that Asar Thompson putback, right? That was huge. So he made a lot of good plays. A lot of big plays. A lot of things that don't show up in the stat sheet. He was doing them. A lot of the dirty work he was doing.
Yeah, highlight real stuff. Just like towards the end, just came up big during the game. Just beautiful things that, some teams I don't think have caught up to the evolution of Jalen Duren. Like he's not going to hang out right under the rim and just lay it off the glass. Like he can, move his feet. He can get from the top of the key to the rim. He can pull nice floaters. So just again, that would be choice number 2 for the belt tonight, honestly.
100%, man. So guys, we are going to keep it moving. And to do that, we have a special guest with us here joining the show. We are going to bring him up now. Y'all drop some fire emojis and show some love for our guy, Coach Hart, Mr. Trust Your Work himself, Jeremy Hart. What's up, bro? Welcome back to the show. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing, guys? Y'all doing all right?
We doing great, bro. After this game, got another dub. Me and you was texting back and forth during this game about somebody getting some extra bump tonight, a little bit extra bump. So let's run through this stat line, and then you can kind of let us know your thoughts on this game and what you saw from Danis, guys. So tonight, Tink had 5 points on 2 for 7 overall, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 rebound, 3 assists, no turnovers. Again, always playing clean in 14 minutes. So, Coach, what did you see from Tink tonight? What stood out to you in this game, and what did you see from Tink?
I mean, like always, I think he was ready to play when his number was called. Obviously, in this situation, you don't know, a lot of times when he's gonna play or how many minutes he's gonna play. So I think that's an underrated skill that a lot of people don't
Mm-hmm.
understand. As an NBA player, when you're in that position, that you got to stay ready, you got to stay in tune with the game, so when your number's called, that you can go out there and perform. So I thought
Yeah.
when he got into the game that he really controlled the game and got people involved and got guys the ball who needed the ball at the right times. I
Mm-hmm.
thought he did a good job of just running that second unit and keeping the game afloat and
Right.
where there was no drop off.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 'cause especially when we lost Cade, he was our only real natural point guard that was left available. So I think his
Mhm.
minutes were needed. It was some shots that he missed that he usually makes,
Yep.
and like he had an open a few of his shots just kind of rimmed out where it was there, it looked good, just didn't fall. But once again, he always plays for the most part plays clean. Like he's usually in the 1 to 2 at most range as far as turnovers. And tonight he
Yeah.
didn't have any. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I feel very comfortable whenever he's in the game. I would say he's never a guy that's really going to hurt you. He may not have a crazy stat line, but more times than not, he's going to make the right play to help your team win the game. So I wanted to shout him out for that for sure. Shout you out for coming on last minute. I know you sound a little tired. I know you probably had a long day. I know it was last minute. So
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, man. It's about 12:50 over here, so
okay.
I stayed up. I stayed up to make sure I watched their game, and then obviously, they play again tomorrow, so
Yeah.
be tuned in for that. But no, I thought he played solid. I thought he played solid. I thought he, like I said, kept the game afloat, and no, a couple shots that he normally make didn't go in, but
Yeah.
his defense was good. His energy was good. He got a steal, I think.
Yep.
And so I thought overall he was good, man. He's who he is, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna be ready.
Yeah, that's the thing you always say. He's always prepared. It's been times when he would play great, and then he wouldn't play a couple games, and he was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
where's he at?" And then, but he didn't let that sway him. Whenever he never got down, whenever his number's called, he'd come right back in as if he had been playing every game this year, and he'd produce. And
Yeah.
that's really what you want to see from him. What would you attribute the inconsistent minutes to, bro? Do you think it's just because coach is trying to figure out because we got so many guys, and he's just trying to see, like, give guys a turn as far as like game to game to see who can do what? What do you think? Like, what would you from what you see? What do you think it is?
Obviously, I don't know. I don't. Just for the record, I don't talk to him about that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Their team is their team. But as a coach, I think it's hard when you have 13 or 14 guys that can play. Like, man, that's tough because everybody wants a team full of guys that can play until you have those guys, and now you're trying to decipher minutes and how long you should play somebody, who has it tonight.
Right.
All of that stuff is really tough. So shout out to Coach JB, because he's a great coach, and the way that he you know handles all of that stuff, I think is just a credit to him and a testament to how good of a coach that he is, and probably should be in the running for coach of the year,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But I don't think it's just one thing. I just think some nights that is his night, and coach can feel it, and some nights it is somebody else's night, and
Yeah.
they have an obligation to Ivy and trying to get him back acclimated and get him going. So you take that into account, and stuff like that. So I don't think it's one thing. I just think they got a team full of really good players and a team full of guys that on any given night, somebody could step up and play big and help them win. I mean, the other night against the Mavericks, Tink
Hmm.
probably wouldn't have played, if Duncan wouldn't have hurt his knee.
Right.
And he goes in at the end of the third quarter and have a big quarter and a half. So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I just love his ability to stay ready, bro.
mhm.
He's shown it all year. For anybody who doesn't know, Coach Hart has been Tank Dennis's player development coach for years now. He's been with him before his path to the NBA. He's been with him since St. John's, Iona, even before that. He's been with him. So I wanted to bring him on and shout him out because he probably knows his game better than anybody on this earth. So I definitely wanted to bring him on and get some insight from him. Real quick before I let you go, bro, what was it like for his jersey ceremony when you guys went back down to Texas? I saw the pictures you sent me and stuff like that. That looked pretty dope. And it was good to see him perform the way he did, in that game against Dallas, the way he did. Well, how was that for you guys, just being there?
Yeah, I think, man, to be honest, it was a crazy few days, just trying to experience soak in the experience of everything that was going on. From him getting his jersey honored from his high school, and I wasn't expecting, all of the Pistons front office and team to show up like they did, and for them to show up, just a testament to the type of young man that he is and the person that he is and how
Yeah,
much they believe in him. So I told him, like, hey, every two-way player, don't get this type of treatment, or love from their team,
true.
so be grateful, which I know he is, but I told him, just be grateful because for them to show up, meant a lot. And then just to be there and hear him get to talk and speak about the journey and just the things that he's been through and overcame the past 6 years, and his upbringing was just amazing because, like I said, sometimes I get a little caught up just because you spend so much time with someone and you get to know them, and you want the best for them, but you never know how things could turn out and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
just to see his goals and his dreams come true, and be able to watch it unfold, is probably the biggest blessing for me because that's all I ever wanted. I wanted him to achieve the things that he wanted. And,
Facts.
I'm old enough to know that sometimes you could work as hard as you can and do all the right things and things don't work out for you, or you might
Mm-hmm.
not get the opportunity that you may deserve. So just to see him get that opportunity, to even get to a two-way, and then
Right.
more so this year get an opportunity to play and show the world that he could play has meant the world to me. So to see him playing in Dallas, his first game in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
and just being on the floor and getting to be courtside for that and see him before the game and talk to him.
Yeah.
It was a little surreal, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I know he belongs. But like I said, it's just just a humbling experience, and I'm just super grateful and happy to be a part of his journey and his story.
Well, listen, man, y'all deserve it, man. Y'all been in the trenches for years now. When days were not quite as bright as they are right now, with some dark times we talked about before you let me in on. So it's just
Yeah,
really nice to see, hearing the story, just to see him really get the opportunity and to be able to do what he loves, which is play at the NBA level, and then show that he's earned it. It's not like it's been given to him. He had to fight
yeah,
and claw for every opportunity,
Yep.
and even sometimes when he deserved it and proved it, he still didn't get it, but to still
yeah,
stay ready despite that and not give up. So man, forget this. He stayed with it. Y'all stay with it. So that's a credit to you guys for sure. So real quick, I want to make sure you guys go follow Coach.
I just
Coach
say,
Hart32 on Instagram. Make sure y'all go follow him. I'm gonna get to you, boss. I want to get a shout out in. Coach Hart32 on
I
Instagram. Make
appreciate
sure y'all go follow him for sure and check out everything he's got going on. He's also a coach at SMU. So make sure y'all go check him out what he's doing down there as well. Go ahead, boss.
I just wanted to say I was involved in multiple conversations about this game, and when Cade, fouled out, everyone's just like Jenkins time. Like
Yeah.
in the city, they're like they want more Danis.
Yep.
They know that he's gonna hold it down, and he absolutely did. Doesn't matter if his box score wasn't amazing, but we know what he did out there. We know what he does for us. and just fans of all types across the Pistons, fandom. Just we're so excited just to be like, okay, well, it's fine because we got Danis. It's Jenkins. Jenkins.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that's big time. And you know what? Like, I was just telling someone earlier today that who asking me questions about Danis and everything, and I told them, I said, is another thing, another feeling that's surreal is, I've told him for a couple years, like, hey, one day, your story is gonna motivate and just galvanize millions of people, young people across the world. And just so again, just to see, people get behind him and just support his story and his journey, is really surreal because I've told him that for a long time now. Like, man, you're gonna motivate a lot of people,
Facts.
because of the way you persevered and overcame a lot of things. And I'm not a prophet by any means, but I just always thought he was a tremendous kid and tremendous young man, and he's obviously special to me as a little brother, and
Yeah.
I couldn't be more proud of him, and can't wait to, continue to see how, things unfold.
Before I let you go, I want to get to this comment here, Coach. He said, Mecklemore Console says, I remember young Tink when he played with 3D Sports Team Business with Coach Kevin Butler in Dallas, I think 5th, 6th grade. He came a long way, Coach. So he had some followers for a long time now.
Yeah,
but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to you, Mecklemore, for staying tapped in and having that eye to know, when a guy really, because I've been saying it, like, when I saw him in Summer League, like, bro, why is he even here? He should be on a roster, or he should have been on a roster, should have been drafted, all that. So it's just nice to see, even though he had to take the hard road, like we just talked about it, like, K was the first overall pick, Tink was undrafted, yet they both had their jersey ceremonies the same day. Yeah. Like, so it doesn't even really matter. Like, as long as you got that mindset and you keep pushing, you can get to where you're trying to get to. And he's a testament to that.
And that's what I've always, tried to teach him and show him, like, hey, the beginning of the journey is not the end of the journey. Like,
Facts.
you just gotta continue to be the turtle, and that's kind of what we say. We talk about being the turtle and just, keep getting a little bit better every day, maximizing every day, and you know, you can end up in the same places as guys who got there fast.
That's right.
So he, and people who've seen him right now having the same feeling that that I had, seeing him in high school. I mean, I did the same thing. I watched him at a fall league game in high school, and I asked somebody, like, man, who's that kid? Man, he could play.
Yeah.
and so I did the same thing. So people now are just seeing it at the NBA level, but I did the same thing in high school, and I literally went up to him and had a conversation with him.
That's what's up.
So
listen, man, we're gonna let you go. I know this was last minute, man. I know I hit you late when this game was about to end. Like, hey, but you want to come on? And you obliged, man. You always show love to us, so we're gonna keep showing it back to you, bro.
No doubt, it's all good, man. So we got to go get this dub tomorrow, man. I hope they can go out there to Sacramento and get it done. I remember that game last year in Sacramento.
Woo-wee. Yeah, man, that was a crazy game, man. So hopefully he can be a part of this one. Getting the dub this year. So we appreciate you, Coach, as always. Once again, you guys go follow him, Coach Hart 32 on IG. We will put a link in the description for you guys to go check him out and go follow him. But Jeremy, we appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you, man. Go get some rest, man. I know it's late.
Man, no problem, man. I appreciate y'all having me. Good luck on everything, man. Keep doing a great job, man, covering the team and the things that y'all doing, man.
Thank you, bro.
Bless.
We appreciate
Happy
you, man.
holidays too. Merry Christmas.
Yes,
Merry Christmas.
man. Y'all, you have a good one, man. Make sure you enjoy it, man. We'll talk soon, though.
All right. Sound good.
Have a good night, man.
All right, peace.
Coach Hart, man. Coach Hart. Yeah, that's a good dude right there, man. So we had to make sure we brought him on. I asked him last minute to come on, and he did that for us. So
guys, you gotta follow him because if you just love basketball, like you can be a fan of Danis on our team, but like he's has Ryan Rollins too, and
Nembhard too.
Oh yeah, Ryan Nembhard. Who I both incredible players. There's one other NBA player that's just achieving great things right now. I can't think of his name, but go follow Coach Hart because what he's doing is special. Like, he's helping create the next generation of basketball, and these guys are all very fun and very skilled.
Yeah, he's got a crazy eye for talent. Everybody he seems to work with seems to find their way to the NBA somehow. It's crazy.
Especially this year, just popped off.
3 guys. I know. Crazy. All right, guys. We will keep it moving. I wanted to bring on a special guest for you guys. Switch things up a little bit.
Surprised
Let's move. Go ahead.
Just saying, you surprised me too.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you on purpose. I was hoping you wasn't gonna give it away. Your eyes got big. I was like, shh, come on, shh.
Sorry.
All right, guys, let's keep it moving. Let's move on to Isaiah Stewart. Guys, tonight Stu only had 3 points, right? 21 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 3 from the field, all 1 from 3, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 4 boards, 3 huge blocks. Once again, in 21 minutes, being the ultimate stat deceiver as he is. Boss, what did you see from Dog Pound Sr. tonight?
Yeah, I mean, kind of not the stat line we're used to him having, but just in the fourth alone, like what I remember he had that big rejection on Sharp. That was like a Big Ben-esque, like out of bounds. Goodbye. Yep. And then a rejection on Advia, which felt really good too.
Yep.
So just those 2 huge rejections, just holding it down for the team, helping, be out there when Duran got into foul trouble a little bit. So yeah, just loved what I saw from Stu. I think honestly what he did best tonight was probably just screening. He had so many screens out there, and did he get called for 1 maybe? Oh no, that was the Cade foul. I don't think he got called for any offensive fouls on screens.
Nope.
Which is something that has gone down as the season's gone on. So I just, again, like not the biggest box scorer, but obviously a huge presence on the floor. Yeah,
you mentioned the screening. I felt like the biggest thing was just his presence.
Yeah.
Like he had the 3 blocks, but there were so many times when guys would get into that painted area and they would just see him coming and they would make a different decision.
Or they just couldn't help it. Like, I mean, that last one, I thought it was going to be 3 blocks in a row. Kamara barely got over his fingertips, but it was funny because it was basically like, it was almost like it's slow-mo. Like it all slowed down.
Yeah.
Those 2 in the paint. You're like, what's going to happen? But
and there were a lot of shots that fell, like that they made over him. Like Shaedon Sharp had like 3 or 4 shots that were really tough shots.
He had to
throw it up to the rafter just to get it in. Like, so like his defense, even in the paint, like was there. Like 9 times out of 10, you're not making that shot. And he made about 3 or 4 of them. So I can live with that. He made everything tough. You can live with that.
Yep. And that's just goes to show that's just film that they're studying because they have to. Because if you, again, we've talked about it, you're silly or you haven't done your research if you try to go one-on-one with Stu.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Just great presence from him tonight.
That's the key word. He was a presence tonight. So I don't like somebody said, Sean says, he can have all zeros. I don't care. Just keep on it right. His impact over stats, always. Right. So Thugway says Stu was 1 foot shorter than Klingon in the paint. Right. Pretty much. But he's always battling against dudes that are usually bigger than him. And he's usually more times than not winning the matchup, which is crazy. So yeah, 100%, man. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. Let's go on to Javonte Green. Javonte Green tonight had 6 points. 2 for 7 overall, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 5 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal in 23. What did you see from Wu tonight, boss?
He really stepped it up. I feel like he took kind of more of Ron's minutes that we missed tonight. At first, offense was just cleaning up crew at the rim. He had great defense on Shaedon Sharp. Like he made Sharp either pass it or take a really tough shot. In the second, he took two threes, 2 possessions in a row, and he missed them. And they showed a shot at JB. I don't know if you saw this. And to me, it looked like JB saying, like, you don't need to shoot that. But then on the next possession, Cade found him again, and he hit that 3. So I was like, maybe JB was saying, shoot that. Like I'm curious of what it was actually said because they still ran the play through Javonte Green after 2 misses and trust him enough with that. So those were big. I'm just curious in that moment because decipher what was going on. Yeah. Just great defense, huge offensive rebounds at the end of the third.
Yep.
He started the fourth quarter with a steal and then drew a foul the next possession. He blocked that 3-point shot in the last minute.
Yep.
Which was just big. And then the game ended poke away.
Yeah.
Away, took the ball, game over.
Exactly. Just making those those plays for sure. Somebody asked, where did the nickname Woo come from? I believe it came from, I think maybe it was either New Orleans or maybe it was Chicago, but it came from what I understand. It came from when he would do a crazy dunk and the crowd would just go, woo, like, woo. That's where I believe it came from. I think the Savages kind of came later. But I mean, if you saw the play against the Celtics, I think we probably all had the same reaction. Like, woo, what was that? You know what I mean? On Derek White's head, which Eric Bissett would love. But I think that's where it came from. But as far as with what I saw from him tonight, man, yeah, you mentioned a lot of it, but he just makes plays, man. He just makes plays. He came in right away and got a steal, like you mentioned, and got out on the break, drew a foul. You mentioned the play where he sprinted with Karras. When Karras got the steal,
Yes.
a lot of times you will see guys trying to preserve energy because Karras was ahead of the pack. He got the steal and was ahead of the pack. He had one defender trailing him, right? A lot of times you'll see guys try to conserve energy, like they won't run. They'll just, he got this, right? Karras had an uncharacteristic bad finish at the rim. He tried to go like left hand and didn't even catch rim on it.
Tell this uncharacteristic because they're gonna disagree with
you.
Yeah,
it's what happened. It's what happened. But the thing is, like more times than not, he's gonna make that shot. He's gonna make that. He's gonna finish that. Mm-hmm. And that's what a lot of guys would assume when they wouldn't run with him. But he doesn't. Javonte doesn't make any assumptions. Like he's always going to do the right thing. And in this case, it meant sprinting down the court with him to make sure that he has numbers, just in case he misses the finish. It may be like 8 out of 10 times, Karras is going to finish that.
Yes.
Those 2 times though are the times most guys wouldn't run back.
Yeah.
Right. But you can't rely on that. You got to play the same way every possession, and that's what enabled him to be there to get that putback. Because even though it should have went in, it didn't. Yeah. So he's got good habits. He's got very good habits to do things the same way, regardless of situation. And that's what allowed him to get that put. So that was, you mentioned it, but that was a really good thing that I saw from him, was just like, he's still going to just make the right play, even if it's going to require more energy, or even if you think it's not even going to be needed. Because most times he's going to sprint down, Karras is going to make it, and he's going to sprint back down the court again. Right. So, but him to have the mentality, that was huge. He also was good on Shaedon Sharpe.
Yep, great.
He played great D on Shaedon Sharpe. Shaedon Sharpe got it going early. I think Javonte's strength kind of bothered him a little bit because he was kind of bumping him off a spot without fouling, but he's also quick enough to stay in front. Yeah. So I think he probably more than anybody gave him the most trouble because of that combination of speed and strength to stay in front. What did you see with that?
I mean, I had just yet to see Javonte tired. So, he can sprint up and down the court. Play 23 minutes, 24 minutes practically, and just not look tired. He just thinks he's so smart, guys. He has such a high IQ, especially on defense. It's like you notice him when he makes the big plays, but you also don't notice him when he makes big plays. Like again, like he was stopping Sharpe, like you said. The defense was just so present, and I kind of thought that with Holland out that we would get him more minutes, and he just did super well. Was he great offensively? No, but that's never what we ask of him to do.
Right.
The ball, if it comes to you, he does it. And he just, like you said, you're never going to be worse with him on the floor. He's practically better. He's just so good at reading everything. He's great with floor spacing.
Yep. Just
hanging around. He makes his presence known, but then when you don't notice him, it's also a great thing. Like he's just phenomenal. And I just applaud his defense so much.
For sure. Yeah. And like we mentioned already, but D brought it up again. Like when they were trying to hunt out Duncan, Javonte said no. Like he was making sure he was getting over the screen and staying attached to his guy despite the screen coming, and he wasn't giving in to the switch because he knew they were trying to hunt out Duncan, and he was fighting over. That's why she said protector. Because he wasn't allowing Duncan to get hunted out on that mismatch. He wasn't allowing him to get switched on that screen. So that way, Denny can get to whatever he wanted to get to. Like he wasn't allowing it. That's how you protect your guy. Fighting over, just going a little bit harder to protect your teammate. And that's what he did multiple times. Because they've hunted Duncan out in previous games. So that guys see that. Teammates see that. Javonte, Ron, whoever's in the court with Duncan, they see that. Not that Duncan can't guard at all, but what the game plan is. Right. So he understood what was going on and instinctually said, nope, y'all ain't hunting him out tonight, bro. Not while I'm on the court.
Is a great word. Because that's what I think it is. Half the time we see it when he goes for steals, when he covers, you never see him lose a guy. Like it's instinct. Yep. And that just comes with the IQ of knowing how things are ran, quickly understanding what teams are going to do. It's just so
Sean said, knocked out Mike Tyson, never looked. Going back to that Buster Douglas comparison, for those who saw the Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson fight, y'all know what he's talking about. Got a similar kind of build, same complexion. I get it. That's funny. That's hilarious, Sean. Funny. But yeah, Savage Rule, man. Huge, man. D said it. He's a Piston. He's such a team guy. He cares about his teammates. He is a protector. He's a huge part of that dog pound. He's got the mentality. He will square up if he needs to protect his guy. He'll do whatever you need him to do.
Yep.
Mr. What You Need coach is Javonte Green. I am pretty sure, I'm confident when I say the Pistons are not going to let him get away after the season because he's a guy who has been saying since he got here, he's looking for a home. And I think he fits here better than he has fit with the Pelicans, the Bulls, the Celtics. He seems and plays like a Piston. He fits perfectly. So I'm glad he's here, man. Glad he's here. All right, guys. Let's move on to Karis LeVert, boss. Karis LeVert, guys, tonight. Know y'all been waiting on this one. Know y'all was waiting on this one. All right. Karis LeVert, guys, did not score. 0 for 8 overall from the field. 0 for 3 from 3. 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block in 17 minutes. Boss, what were your thoughts on Karis LeVert tonight?
Well, he literally did nothing on offense. But I loved his defense.
I did too.
It's such a bummer they couldn't go hand in hand tonight. I do want to say, I think at least half of his missed, I know at least 3, so I'm just going to round it up to 4 because I probably missed one.
Okay.
They resulted in a cleanup bucket. It resulted in points regardless from someone right behind him ready to clean it up, or under the rim. But anyways, in the first, he missed his first 3, but then he stole it right away. I think that's when he missed his layup, though.
Yeah, he just couldn't get it going offensively at all.
But just great defense. He slapped it out of Clean's hands. You didn't even see it. It was so quick.
Yeah.
He was going to go up for a dunk, and all of a sudden he lost the ball, and that was Karis LeVert. He was great on Advia. He would force Advia to pass, which is hard.
He did.
Advia,
he did play good defense on Advia.
He wants to draw the foul, but just the way that he was staying in front of guys was really good.
I agree.
Yeah, I just really appreciated his defense tonight, and I think that's why he was in later. But I wish he got something going on offense, but it definitely wasn't his worst game.
No, it wasn't his worst game. Like he didn't shoot the ball well at all. Like I think if he hits a few shots, it's a different story. I think once you miss your first 4 or 5 though, you gotta start looking to be more impactful in other ways, which he did.
Right.
I just would have at a certain point, when you don't have it going. And I feel like he kind of forced it a little bit as far as taking shots. They weren't bad shots. I think like they weren't all open, but they weren't like I don't think he was forcing shots. Well, I just think he couldn't knock him down.
We talked about it a little bit in the 4th. I think we had at least 10 seconds on the shot clock left or something, and he got kicked out that 3, and we were trying to, grow the lead so they wouldn't come back. And he shot it and he didn't make it. And it's just moments like that where like if he made it, he would have been a hero. He would have been like, gosh, the one that mattered. So it's all in hindsight, but at that point, it's like, hey, you got 4 other guys on the floor who have contributed offensively. So just pass it off to one of them, and it's no big deal. So I agree with you there. Just a little bit of like decision making towards the end of the game.
Yeah, this definitely was a stinker as far as offensively.
Yes.
But I gotta say, I did like the effort defensively. I like that he didn't let it affect his defense.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So I got to give him credit for that. It wasn't a good game, guys, from Karis LeVert. We're going to keep it a stack. It wasn't a good game. But he did what he could on the other side of the ball, and we know that's where it starts. So if you're at least trying to, right, Mecklemore says, Karis made some key defensive plays down the stretch when we lost Cade, a couple of hockey passes. Yes, and those don't show up.
And he's always a great spacer. He always is.
Yeah, you have to get out to him.
Yeah.
If he's not, even he didn't knock him down at all, but you still got to keep track of where he is. You got to, account for him.
He helps with ball movement. He helps with ball movement.
He does. So the effort was there defensively, but offensively, he just didn't have it, right? And he didn't play a ton of minutes either. He played 17 minutes. So it wasn't like he was 25, 26, right?
Yeah. But you just noticed it because of the missed shots. We know.
Yeah. But to be fair, I would have liked to have seen, and we can go to this guy now, I would have liked to see more Jaden Ivey in this game, guys. For sure. Jaden only played 1 more minute than Karis. I think he should have played more than 1 more minute than Karis because of how impactful he was on both sides of the ball. So I
have him as less minutes.
They have, for me on ESPN, they have Jaden at 18. And I'm sorry, you're right. So Jaden played, he played 1 more minute than Karis.
Oh,
they have Karis at 17 and Jaden at 18. What you got?
NBA has Jaden at 16 and Karis at 18.
Really? Interesting. Okay. So either way, he should have played much more, in my opinion. Yeah. But let's get to Jaden. So tonight he had 11 points on 5 for 8 overall, 1 or 2 from 3, 1 steal, no turnovers. I'm sorry, 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 steals in 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Boss, what's up?
Tonight, again, I'm a little confused. And we talked about it a little bit early on, but I'm a little confused why he didn't play in the fourth because I feel like we saw a lot of what we expect from Jaden Ivey. Tonight, we really saw a lot of his speed, a lot of it, and finding his shot. His first basket was that reverse scoop after Cade tapped it ahead. Like he literally tapped it ahead and Jaden had to catch it, do something with it. That's athleticism, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. And that
was crazy.
In the second, the foul that he drew on Sharp was because he was at a standstill and then he took off.
That burst.
Yep. Sharp just had to, he couldn't stay in front of him. He wasn't expecting it. So he exposed him again. So that just made me happy to see because I feel like we've been seeing, Jaden play in our half-court offense. We've been seeing him, shoot threes and, get his shot when he needs to find it. But we haven't seen him go full throttle, which is going to take time, obviously, from the kind of injury he had.
Yeah.
And then he had that steal and he hustled it for the layup because he beat the man. He beat that guy. That guy was running.
Can't stay in front.
Well, if that was even Cade, he wouldn't have stayed in front. He probably would have done some little fancy move to slow him down and make him pass him or accept a foul or something. But Jaden got ahead of him. I think tonight, just what I just love to see was just how much he turned on his speed.
Yeah.
Got me for what's to come because it's seeming like he's more comfortable. But again, just confused why he wasn't in the fourth.
Well, so here's the thing. I'm seeing a lot of the same thing as far as this. They're saying that coach was saying he's still on that minute restriction, limited 20 minutes. JB said Ivy is still limited. So it's frustrating, man, because you see in these bursts how, he played 13 last game, and I was a little bit concerned because his minutes were kind of going the opposite way.
Yeah.
So tonight I'll take 18. It's just hard when you are in a situation in the fourth quarter when there's no Cade and, you got Karras out there who's not shooting the ball well. You're trying to run your offense through Tobias. And Jaden is just on the bench. It's just hard to, it's because at some points Asar was running the point. And I was like, so I would have I would have liked to see him. And I know it's 12 games in, I think, with Jaden so far this year. So I'm hoping when we get to 15 to 20 mark, we start to see him get to that 20 to 25 mark as far as minutes. So that way, heading to the playoffs, he's fresh. He's ready, he's comfortable. Go ahead.
That's just so true. And I think that, they got to divide these minutes up well, because here's the thing, thinking about it more, if you put him in for the last 2 minutes of his allowedness that the trainers are allowing him right now, then that means that you have to have a stoppage of play at some point at 2 minutes. And that's either a timeout or it's a foul or it's something. So it's almost and it seems like maybe JB just played him more in the first half because he was hot. So it's kind of that do we play him more while he's hot and he's getting us ahead, or do we put him out when he's hot and then put him back in late? Yeah. So have it both ways. So I'm just seeing now, just listening to what you were just saying and then seeing the comments. I'm thinking if ESPN is right, he had 4 more minutes to play. But NBA. But if ESPN is right, he only had 2. That would just be a tough coach's decision because 2 minutes is a lot, but it's also not. And you'd have to figure out how to get him back out without.
And then, too, we got to keep in mind, this shouldn't have been a close game down the stretch.
Yeah.
Yes. Had we been up double digits, we wouldn't be saying, why didn't Jaden play more?
True. You
know what I'm saying? So I think I think both of our points are hitting because, he was hot early. So let him go in the first half. Let him help us build this lead so that way he and the rest of the starters can chill in the second half while we sustain this lead. We didn't sustain the lead, which is why it seemed like we needed him late in the game. We put the game away early. We ain't talking about Jaden Ivey's minutes. So that was a big part of it too, in my opinion, as far as it was situation. I think coach did the right thing, to be honest. It was just that the fact that we didn't hold on to that lead in the second half. So now we're looking at everybody's minutes and now we're paying attention. In this close game, we need another guy. Cade fouls out, which wasn't expected. So everything got magnified with Jaden because we didn't have Cade. The game was close. And now we're looking at his minutes. If we put this game out of reach in the first half, in the third quarter, we put it away. Cade don't get that extra, doesn't make those bad fouls.
Yeah.
There's no conversation about his minutes.
That's so true. And I think too, just, I guess I feel like a week ago, 10 days ago, he played his first 20-minute game. So I guess I just assumed it would progress to 25 now. But I'm probably wrong if that's what JB's saying is still at 20 minutes. So it probably is just a mixture of like we kept him in while he was hot and he did his job.
Yeah.
I think it's just for us as like, you know, Ivy fans and Ivy advocates, when we see him doing well, we're just so excited for more. Yep. And it's coming. So I mean, at least we know that it's coming, and I can't wait for it, because again, if he produced what he did in the first half and the second half, he'd have a fantastic game.
Absolutely.
He already did in terms of the minutes he played, but you're just definitely seeing it more that he's going to be a problem. Like teams aren't going to be able to, like we've talked about, double K. They aren't going to be able to do certain things when we have him out there as well. Because he's also, you know, not just with Cade, but he's you know, developed a relationship with Duran, and they have a great, you know, like lob relationship as well.
They got a good chemistry. Yeah, him and Cade for sure. Like I'm seeing that chemistry with him and Cade starting to come around more and more and more as they get the reps, as they get the time together, right? Under Coach Bickerstaff, that's all we need to see is just them just get opportunities. Like
that lob and earlier too, like so that like touch pass that he got that Jaden corralled, and then also the one where they got it up and J.I. ended up passing it to Duncan, who got it back to J.I. Like it's in the offensive system. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that his decision making, and his pacing is getting so much better, boss. Like there was a few transition opportunities. You mentioned the one with the reverse scoop, but the other one where he got out on the break, he could have forced it at the rim. It was he didn't have numbers. It was two defenders back. In the past, he would have tried to force that Euro, make a tough finish with the left hand, shot.
Finish sometimes, you know.
Yeah, but he smartly pulled it out.
Yes.
I was saying with Ryan last game, like the only thing with Ryan I want to see him do is like kind of pull it out sometimes when it's not there. We know you're trying to run, and that's great. But certain times, if it's not there, if you don't have numbers, just pull it out, and that's what Jaden did. He pulled it out. He got it to a trailing Duncan Robinson. Duncan made the right pass right back to him. That's the thing. When you pass the ball, it doesn't mean you're not getting it back.
Yeah.
Right? So he made the right pass. Duncan got it right back to him. Knocked down three. Butter. That's the growth that we're seeing from Jaden Ivey. It's just the decision making. And then the other one, he read the pass and had a nice steal. Picked it off for another transition finish. The two-way ability. He's showing that as well. So, guys, he is a perfect fit for how this team wants to play.
Yes.
Like he's one of the fastest players in the league, and he's the perfect type of guy you want for this team, a team that wants to run, especially when he's playing on both sides of the ball. He's the perfect player to put next to Cade Cunningham because of how he's playing defense and how he's moving the basketball. Go ahead, boss.
We talked about it last year. I think the Pistons finished second in fast break points overall on the season last year, and that was without Jaden Ivey for half of it. And the first place was the Nuggets. But I just remember thinking like with J.I. that we would be in first because he's just that fast. And again, like we saw it tonight. Was it the prettiest? No. But again, the athleticism of corralling a pass and getting the bucket up, like that's hard to do. And he could have just let it go.
Yep.
I've seen plenty of guys just be like, nah, I'm not going to try to get that. He wants this transition offense. This team, it's our strength, but it also seems to be what our guys want to play to.
Yeah.
Like, I see it in Ron. I see it in Cade. I see it in Asar. I see it in J.I. I saw it in Duran tonight. I see it in Javante. Like they all want to run the court.
Yes, everybody. And that's the key. Michael Moore makes a good point. This is something that Trajan Langdon actually said, guys. He says J.I. is the X factor as he moves towards after the All-Star break and ramping up for the playoff run. He is the star free agent pickup we don't have to trade for. That is what Trajan Langdon said, guys. He said he felt like, before the season started, he said, feels like people are overlooking Jaden Ivey. He's the free agent acquisition that we're kind of getting back because we didn't have him last year. And for me, last thing on Jaden, for me, guys, you can just see him slowly getting more and more comfortable. Like, not even just with his own game, boss, but with how he's playing within the construct of this team identity. Like, he understands he doesn't have to be the Jaden Ivey from years past that we needed him to be offensively. He doesn't have to do too much offensively. He can just fit in.
Yep.
Yeah, he can just fit in. And that's why, once again, no turnovers. That's why he's playing cleaner basketball because he's not taking bad shots. He's just playing good defense, getting out and running, moving the ball, letting it come back. And he understands now the way everybody understood last year when they had coach is that there's not too much on anybody's plate.
Yeah.
And that's what's allowing guys like him to play well. He can play very clean, very within himself, just playing within the construct of the offense and defense. When you do that, everybody's going to eat and it's not going to be hard.
Yeah.
And he's understanding that now.
Yeah. And to me, he also is just so handsy up defensively too. Like he's going to contribute to our stocks and everything. And just really had me thinking about what's going to, because we to not have turnovers, that's what got me here, is to not have turnovers against a team that is top 10 in steals is incredible. And so I just wanted to look up our stocks too, because we lead the league in stocks, 16-point game. 16
nice.
We had 18 tonight. We had 11. Asar had 3. Tobias had 1. Jalen Duran had 1. Kate Cunning had 1. Ivy had 2. Levert had 1. And Monte Green had 2. So that's 6 players. Guess how many players contributed to Portland's 6 steals?
How many?
2.
Wow.
Shane Sharp had 5 of the 6.
Wow.
Yes. And then Sissoko had 1.
Okay.
But it just, to me, I mean, first of all, it says amazing things about Shannon Sharp. I think he's super fun. Did anyone see that dunk he did over Westbrook?
Oh, yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, head at the rim. He's crazy.
Horizontal, almost super.
Yeah, I want to see that poster, whoever has it.
So fun. I was like, thank God he didn't do that tonight. But
JD wouldn't let him.
It just speaks to, again, I'm curious to see why they're ranked. Like, is he doing all the stealing? Because we had 6 guys contribute to our stocks tonight.
That's big. Everybody's bought in.
Yeah,
everybody's bought in.
7 total because Stu had no steals but 3 blocks.
Right.
7 total contributed to our stock. That's
great. That's team ball.
But
that's buy-in because everybody is doing it.
So
it ain't just 1 or 2 guys. Everybody from the first to the last is buying in and doing their best at trying to play Pistons basketball. And that's all you can ask for. Doug says free Ivy. It's coming, bro. It's coming, man. They're slowly letting them ramp up for sure. Gumby says D-Wade light, right, with a better jump shot. D-Wade with extra caffeine, I'm dead. That's hilarious. But yeah, man, yeah, he's coming along just fine. This is a marathon, like somebody said. This is a marathon, not a sprint, right? So I know we all want to see him now. We all want to see, especially now that he's showing that he's getting better game over game. We all want to see him, but it's still December, right? A year ago, last year, we were a week removed from him having that huge injury. So there's no need to rush him right now. I think the second half of the year is going to be huge for him. Go ahead.
Tomorrow is going to be the almost 1 year anniversary of his 4-point shot that won against the Kings, who we see tomorrow. So that's be fun. The Kings are a completely different team this year. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's just a great memory to look back on because again, like he just contributed so much before his injury, and I'm just excited for him to do that exact same thing. Yeah, post injury, and it's
so crazy. Both games we hit game winners against the Raptors and the Kings. Both before both of those game winners, he made the shot before the shot.
Yeah,
that's what's crazy. Like he is not a
Wasn't Cade? Cade is our 4th quarter scorer. Imagine Cade and Ivy.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Is Isaiah and Jody, Chauncey and Rip all over again. Both of those guys want the moment. We got 2 guys in our backcourt who are not afraid in clutch time, and they really haven't had a chance to be on the floor together in clutch time. So just imagine. Imagine, man. It's going to be a lot of fun come springtime for sure to watch these guys play. I cannot wait. Wow. So, guys, we will end it there.
Wait.
What?
Sorry. I was just going to talk about, did you see about JB becoming like the head of the coaching?
I did. I didn't get a chance to really look. Did you get a chance to really dive? What happened with that?
Just that, why am I forgetting his name? The Pacers.
Is he like? Go ahead.
Used to be our coach. The Pacers
used to be our coach.
Yeah. Who's
Carlisle?
The Pacers coach? Yeah. Thank you, Rick Carlisle.
Yeah.
Brain fart for a second.
Yeah.
Rick Carlisle stepped down from being like basically the head of the NBA Coaches Association. I know what it's called, but it's just basically to help. It's for the coaches' protections, for the coaches' experience in the NBA, and he's going to be filling it. And
that's nice.
And it just speaks to follow a guy like Rick Carlisle, who is a class act. It just speaks to who they're looking for in this type of role. So again, I didn't hear about it before the game, and I just caught the bare minimum. So I'm excited to hear more about it because it's definitely something that JB deserves. And what a task to put on in his Coach of the Year run as well. So.
I thought that was like, I don't know, but do the coaches vote on who that coach is going to be? I just wonder, because a lot of people talk about how much he complains about, the refs and stuff like that. I just wonder who votes on him becoming the president. It would make sense that the other coaches around the league did, but I can't verify that.
Could you imagine like Nick Nurse?
Because
I love emotion, but it's almost too much from him. Like it's 0 to 100. But like, so okay, when you think about it, he's kind of the best fit, I think.
Oh, he's a great fit.
Great coaches. I really like the Raptors coach. I really like obviously like Spoelstra, them.
Yeah.
Pop's not here anymore, but like
right.
I think that JB will just fill the role super nicely. I'm curious though. I'm sure we'll get more info on it this week. Maybe we'll have more info for you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that more for sure.
I just wanted to shout that out because it was news to me when it was aired, and so I'm just excited for him because he deserves it.
100%, man. Yeah, he. I think there's no way he doesn't win Coach of the Year this year.
They said the coaches voted for him.
Okay, there we go. That's dope. Thank you for checking on that, Macklemore, for sure. So it just goes to show, right? As much as he complains to the refs, like they respect him.
Yeah.
They know who he is as a man. They know that he knows his basketball. Are y'all still doing the 50-50? Yes, Ben, we are for sure. 100%.
There's a game on New Year's. There's a game on New Year's Eve. So we'll do it through that. And so yeah, if you'd like to donate on Super Chat and again, after the show, we'll have the link for you as well. But thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate you asking, man. 100%. So before we get out of here, guys, let's take a quick look at the upcoming schedule. We know the Pistons tomorrow have their only back-to-back of this 5-game road trip. And that game tomorrow is against the Sacramento Kings. I'd imagine they would fly out tonight to go get prepared for tomorrow's game. So hopefully they're able to get some rest between now and tomorrow's flight, and they can get back to it. So, boss, we talked about it briefly, but how do you have the Pistons kind of finishing this road trip? I had them going 3-2, and I thought that would have been a very successful road trip.
Yeah.
But what do you think? You got them going 4-1, 5-0. What you think? What you got?
Well, so I had it. I had us winning out because I just always see what we can do better. But I had my hesitations about the game tonight, and then against the Jazz, just because the Jazz tend to give us problems. They've been on kind of a heater. I'm going to stick with that. The Kings tomorrow, they had a really crazy game against the Rockets. The Rockets had a double-digit lead, kind of like tonight, and then lost it in the fourth. And it came down. Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook just really hit some big shots.
Yes, they did.
Again, as someone who's seen Dennis, he can do that consistently. As someone who's seen Russell, he cannot do that consistently.
He did yesterday, though, didn't he?
But consistently over games.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm still don't leave him alone at the perimeter. But it's gonna be. We talked about it a little bit, but it's gonna be our defense versus their offense. They're not a huge defending team. They're like the older in the NBA. DeRozan always gives us problems. I'm not looking for that.
He was kind of cooking KD yesterday. I was like, wow.
Well, KD actually did a pretty good job on him late. I think DeRozan had like 28 points in the first half, and then held to 4.
Okay, so the one he had a big bucket late then, the nice spin move in KD's face in the corner. That was nice, but go ahead.
Yeah, so this is a game, like, I'm really curious to see if we get Ron back, but I understand if we don't, but I think he'd be really impactful. He'd kind of keep these vets on their toes a little bit. But I trust AT. I think tomorrow, the next two are the scariest. I'm really not worried about the LA teams.
So, I thought we were going to be 3-2. Yeah. I thought this was going to be one of the tougher games, so I'm glad we got this one. I could see us going 4-1 now, maybe 5, but I'm going to say 4-1. The Lakers one kind of scares me just because, like, I don't know how it's going to be officiated. I said it before, but that's my biggest thing. In LA, us as Detroit, we don't usually get a favorable whistle at all anyway, sometimes at home. So at LA, against Luka and LeBron and Austin, I don't know how they're going to officiate that game. I can see them trying to take control of that game. That's what worries me, but go ahead.
That against the Clippers, they won't have Zubac. He got injured. He'll be out for a few weeks. Yeah. Which to me just gives us, I mean, the Clippers, James Harden can pop off anytime too. That's always scary. I mean, so can Kawhi, but like James from behind the three is just almost as nice as, Katie's mid-range. You just never know.
Right. Can get hot.
But without Zubac in the paint, I would hope that we attack the paint more.
Yes.
So that made me feel a little bit, especially transition ball. So just like we've reiterated, if we play how we play, we should beat these West teams. And again, if we come away 3-2 against this slot of West teams, that's huge.
Still good for sure. We'll still be in first place.
I think we can do 5-0, and I think worst case will be 4-1. I really think that we might lose one, but we always seem to bounce back. And you just never know. And this is, again, I think like the Lakers rank like last in defense. Like it's gonna come down to our defense and then our ability to capitalize off of our offensive possessions, not going back and back and back. So
Heisenberg said Harden dropped videos. Yeah. I think guys like Wu, guys like Ron, if he's available, Asar, those guys are gonna be huge against a guy like James Harden or Austin Reeves or Luka Doncic or Kawhi Leonard. Those guys are going to be big. Those could be the difference makers in those games. For sure. Yeah.
I still keep Kate on Harden. I think I would put AT on Kawhi, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that'd be a good matchup. Yeah, Kate can stay in front for sure. For sure.
So we have a game tomorrow, and then do we play the day after Christmas? So
so the 23rd, which is tomorrow, and then the 26th, the day after Christmas. Guys, I think next year we are going to have a Christmas game. I have no intel on it. I just think with us ascending the way that we are, earning respect around the league, coach getting this honor, like to me, everything is just kind of shaping up for us to get some more notoriety around the league. And I think that's going to be with our first Christmas game, I think, since the going to work days. So that'll be fun.
We already have quite a few, I think 16, 15 total national televised games.
Yep, 16.
I could see us getting flexed to more in the second half.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a couple teams that I think haven't started as strong as predicted. So they might, like the Cavs. I can totally see us being flexed. In favor of us playing on national TV instead of the Cavs.
Got you. Okay.
I just
think we'll see.
We'll see. It's growing. Wow.
We'll see. But it's a great time to be a Pistons fan, man.
Yes.
Great time to be a Pistons fan. So let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy this win, right? Just stack up the wins. Ain't always going to be perfect. We're still getting wins despite mistakes, despite growing pains. This is a young team. It's going to be, peaks and valleys, but we're heading in the right direction for sure. And coach is making sure of that for sure. And the players are following, man. So you guys let us know in the comment section of this video what you think the Pistons record will be over the next 5 games, over this road trip. I said 3-2. I'm going to stick to that for now. I'm not going to change it. That's what I said. Boss said 5-0.
I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1? Okay. That's my revised one, but I'm going to stick to you.
I'm going to be a realist.
Okay. What? Okay. Because usually you are like positive. We'll see. You could be right, though. We'll see. But okay, so 4-1.
Positive for me, too.
That's still great, though. That's amazing, bro. On a 5-game, 10-day road trip, that's amazing.
Nuts.
So, yeah, if we get that, bro, we're going to be in great shape. That's going to show a lot of growth from this young team as well.
The first week of January. So
what's that?
I think we have the Knicks the first week of January.
I think somebody said that in the comments. January 5th against the Knicks at LCA. That's going to be. I may have to go to that game.
So we're gonna have.
I may have to go to that game.
I'm guessing if we have an away game on the first, and then we'll have like one home game between then, and then this. Okay. But imagine us coming off of a West road trip with a winning record.
I just hope we get enough rest. Coming back to the crib. That's the only thing I care about.
Hopefully it's not the second night of a back-to-back.
I wouldn't imagine it is. Usually, the last game of a road trip, you usually get a day or two off before you get back on the court. So we'll see.
What I'm thinking. The last day of the road trip is the first, I believe.
Okay. So maybe is the next. We'll look it up. We'll see. We'll look it up.
Yeah.
Kara says 5-0. We'll see, man. So we'll leave it there, guys. Great show.
It is the second of a back-to-back.
Oh, that's not good.
And the first one is the Cavs. Wow.
Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So we'll see. We got a deep team. Ain't gonna worry about it. We'll be all right. Yeah. So we'll end it there, guys. Like I said, let us know in the comments what you guys think the record will be for this 5-game road trip. And we'll talk about it concluding with the Lakers game on December 30th. So, guys, with that is a wrap for tonight's show. And we appreciate you guys always showing up and showing out as you guys always do. What's up?
I will say you should comment what holiday jingle you would like Deuce to sing tomorrow. Just
Oh no, whatever, bro. It's about to, man. It's gonna be super duper late. Y'all getting enough with that early with the intro. So I give y'all intro song, the outro song, and I give y'all a Pistons win song if they win. So hopefully they'll do that, and we'll give you guys more of that. But we have something special coming for you guys with Buffs on Podcast, a nice little Christmas little presentation that they're putting together. So we'll save that for when it drops on the 25th. Look out for that as well. So enough yapping from your boy. And we will end it there, guys. We appreciate you, though. Showing love as you guys always do. And y'all know the drill. Detroit versus everybody. Peace.
All the dirty work, all dog. I'ma dive on the floor, go try to block every shot. And I'm gonna be physical with you the whole game. You know Stu gonna be physical with you. When you think of the Pistons, you think it's just hard work and just gritty basketball. That's just the identity you gotta have when you put on that jersey.
I'm not your average breed of canine. Not a good dog, I'm bad boy for life. I set the tone, don't care about no tick. Let it be known, I get my respect. Come in the lane and see I don't bluff. If you retaliate, that's on ya. Talking pundits, I hear you're ashamed. Talking that shop, you must want this way. Tryna tell ya, look at dog palm, mess around, find out, Look at dog palm, mess around, find out, For some barbecue sauce, boy, you better cough a hill, cause I'm like that. When you're ready for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better cough a hill, cause I'm like that.